Hello friends and welcome to Assassin's Creed 3 multiplayer. I'm your host ADDENDUM the Mexican, and today we are playing Wolfpack as the Sharpshooter. And a lot of people might be wondering who the Sharpshooter is. He's an exclusive character that can only be unlocked in Europe if you get the Freedom Edition or the Join or Die Edition of Assassin's Creed 3. But there is this special thing going on at NOS, you know, like the energy drink NOS. They have this rewards program, and if you buy a NOS energy drink, you can get a special Sharpshooter code. And that's what I did. I do not drink energy drinks, for those of you guys who may be wondering. I don't know what you're interested in, but yeah, I bought a NOS just so that I can try and get one of these Sharpshooter guys, and you know, $3 for a multiplayer character and an energy drink. I think it was worth it. And I think it's kind of funny stepping back and looking at myself with sitting in a lawn chair with these giant headphones on, an energy drink in the drink pocket, and just, you know, me playing video games. That's like very, very typical nerd going on, you know, energy drinks and headphones and lawn chairs. I don't know. It's just kind of funny to me. But yeah, before I get into talking about Wolfpack, I wanted to talk about the Sharpshooter. He's actually the first Animus character that isn't a Templar. He's an assassin, and that's just sort of a backstory kind of thing, and it doesn't really matter that much. But I found it to be interesting, so I thought I'd sort of talk about it. His main gun is the musket, and he can use the knife. You can, you know, get upgrades so he can use a knife, but that's boring. Every character uses a knife. I mean, not many people actually use the gun, and when he used, like, his animations typically don't involve him shooting the gun. He's usually sticking his bayonet into people. But when you actually see him shoot his gun, it's very nice to watch. His animations are really cool. I really wish they'd let you buy the Harlequin character, because he was in Brotherhood and he was probably the coolest looking guy in all of the town. And then the Revelations one was okay, I guess, but his color scheme was really weird. And, you know, I think if they brought him back, if they made you pay $5, I would probably do it, because the Harlequin was a badass character, and that's really all I have to say. So this is an outreach to Ubisoft. I know you guys like money, and if you want to make more money, make your Harlequin an exclusive character on the Xbox or something like that. You know, get some extra dough. So now to the topic at hand, the new game mode, Wolfpack. This game mode has had a lot of hype in the pre-game release era. I don't really know how to word that less awkwardly, but yeah, it had a lot of hype, and people were like, ooh, Wolfpack, new cooperative game type and all this stuff. And some people compare it to one of those wave kinds of games, and yes, it is kind of like that, but it doesn't feel like it. There's not really much of a separation between the waves of bad guys, and the one big problem that I have with the game type is that there's no challenge. You just run around and you kill people. You're fighting against the clock. You're not fighting against other people. And that's probably the one thing that I wish they could have improved on the game type, is if they actually had the NPCs sort of fight back instead of run away or try and stun people, you know. I think that would have really added to the gameplay. Granted, I am playing on the standard mode of the game, and there are harder modes of the game that I haven't tried playing yet, but, you know, from what I see so far, it seems like a time trial kind of kill game, and less of a skill kind of kill game. But despite the fact that it's easy, and, you know, despite preconceptions that it might be a wave-based kind of game, I still had a lot of fun playing the game. Like, the kills in Assassin's Creed 3 are nothing like any other kill kind of games, because they're just very satisfying. When you get a good kill, it's satisfying, and that's something that Assassin's Creed really did right, I think. Even in the single player of any game, is when you killed somebody, it felt like... it felt good. I like killing people, but I'm not a serial killer, I promise. Okay, so I forgot to actually mention what Wolfpack really is. So I might as well start doing that now. Better late than ever. It's a maximum of 4 cooperative players that team together to try and kill as many NPCs as they can within an allotted time. Each sequence grants you, like when you complete it, it grants you more time. And you're supposed to get through 25 sequences by the time runs out. And there are bonus extra characters that run around, and you can get 30 extra seconds if you need it, and yeah. So in this game mode, communication is key. You really have to work with your teammates to try and get those bonus points, and you get bonus points by getting kills that are, you know, within unison, like double kills or something like that. And on top of that, you really need to get high quality kills. You need to get kills that really, really rack up the points. And you know, if they're just people running around and shooting people, you can't complete the game. It's just a lot harder, because you know, you only have a few targets, and you need to make those targets count. You need to really, like, you know, get hidden, incognito, bonus, greater variety, all those kinds of kills. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get the wave finished, because the wave isn't by kills, it's by points. So, you know, the more points you get, the faster you get the waves done, and the faster you get the waves done, the more time you get. And the more time you get, the more likely you are to finish the 25 waves that are in the game. So yeah, you need to be able to communicate with your teammates, and you need to be able to get high quality kills. A lot of the time, there were 2 players in this match that didn't have microphones, and I was always so scared. Every time I tried getting a poison kill, I'd think that they were going to take my kill, because, you know, you can't trust strangers. They're just not nice people most of the time. So I think the best way to play this game is with friends. You know, get 3 friends that don't have anything to do on a Friday night, and just be like, hey, you want to play Wolfpack on Assassin's Creed 3? And more likely than not, they'll be like, okay, let's play. And yeah, it ends up being a fun, entertaining time, you know. Get a lot of laughs and whatnot. Now, one of the biggest problems with that is you need to have 4 friends, just because if you decide to just play with another friend, and you guys want to do it online, because, you know, 2 people versus 25 sequences is kind of hard to do, but, you know, it's not impossible. If you and another buddy just try and find a match online, it is nigh impossible. You really need to wait there and be patient and keep searching, because I don't know what's the matter with Ubisoft, but they just do not know how to set up matches. I mean, this has been a problem since Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and you'd think maybe they'd figure out a way to matchmake people more efficiently. Like, there are so many servers that I get into that are 6 out of 8, you know, of like Wanted, or back in the day when I used to play Alliance with Hayden the Hitman, multi-PPL Productions, whatever you want to call him, you know, there would be empty spaces. If I try going in by myself, I'd find Alliance matches that are missing 1 player. But if me and Hayden the Hitman, or multi-PPL Productions, however you want to call him, try and find a match, we can't. I don't know why. I don't know what's the matter with Ubisoft, but they just do not know how to do that. And people complain about lag in the multiplayer. I never experienced that. I don't know why. That might just be a regional kind of thing, but it never happens to me. So if you guys are having some sort of doubts about getting the game because there's some sort of lag, there typically isn't. I think these people are just crybabies. So yeah, that's my 2 cents about the multiplayer. Otherwise, I don't really have much else to talk about. I think I'm just going to cut the gameplay and get to the end of what happens, but let me just give it a rating real quick. You know, the Wolfpack gameplay specifically. You know, would I get this game for Wolfpack? No. Do I enjoy playing it? Yes. Is it fun to play with friends? Yes. So I think overall, I guess I'd give it maybe like a 7.5 out of 10. This is just the Wolfpack gameplay, by the way. You know, the multiplayer itself, I'd probably give an 9.25. That was a weird stutter, but, you know, I love the gameplay because it makes you think. The multiplayer is really unique in that sense. Is it's one of the few multiplayer games that you can't just mindlessly be like, oh, shoot the people and other stuff. You know, you really have to. And I love the psychology the most of it. I think that's the most interesting part. Yeah, so the multiplayer I'd give a 9.25. The single player, now that I'm on this topic of rating things, I'd probably give it like an 8.5. These are really specific numbers. I don't know why, but the multiplayer has a lot of glitches. And although you can overlook these glitches, it definitely does impede your experience. You know, if you're sucked into the game, you don't want to just see these random horses like humping like feeding troughs or something, you know. That's not something that's going to draw you into the game more. It's going to be a deterrent. And otherwise, the gameplay is really awesome. The gameplay is really fun. So if you're willing to overlook glitches, it's really fun. But, you know, like I said, it draws you out. So overall, now that I'm on the topic of rating, overall, I'd give Assassin's Creed 3 a 9 out of 10. And that's not me being liberal, that's just me enjoying the game, you know. I feel like I can get a lot of hours of playtime from this game, and it's improved so much from the other Assassin's Creed games. I think it really deserved the title of 3, because Assassin's Creed was great, Assassin's Creed 2 was amazing, and you know, Brotherhood and Revelations, they were fine, I guess. Brotherhood was better than Revelations, but Assassin's Creed 3 really took it home for me, and you know, I think it's a good end to the Desmond trilogy. And Desmond is the modern day character, if you guys didn't know. So yeah, that's all I really have to talk about. General, completely odd side note. Just for anybody that's interested, I'm selling my Beatles Rock Band limited edition Xbox set. This is such a shameful plug, but if you guys are interested, it's on eBay. I'll put the link in the description. I would really appreciate it if you put some sort of bid. It doesn't matter if you won, but just to sort of get things rolling. Oh god, I feel so bad doing this. I don't even want to continue. Just check it out if you guys want to see, but otherwise, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, add to favorites, subscribe if you want to see more content. And if you have any questions about the gameplay, please ask me. Don't be afraid, you know, you won't look stupid. This gameplay isn't very inviting to the noob. So, you know, if you have questions, don't be afraid. That's about it. So thank you guys very much for watching. Until next time, this is your host, Albano the Mexican, signing off.